Word, Module 10, Building Forms. This is just an extra form that I'll have you create. So start a new document, File, New, and then create a title and a subtitle. And I used WordArt for the title, the main title, and then just a subtitle in a different font. In color, you can do anything you'd like. And then Control End so that you're at the bottom of the, underneath the subtitle and title. And then you'll choose Insert Table, and we want 4 columns and 10 rows, but only 8 show up. So I'm going to click Insert. I want the number of columns 4, Tab, and the number of rows 10. And then click OK. And then I'll have you fill in some cell titles. So go ahead and fill in the cell title names, and again you can choose any font size or color as you wish. We're going to make a few changes. So row 3 is going to be a complete sentence, so we need lots of space. So we're going to select all 4 cells, and from the Table Tools layout, choose Merge Cells. And then we're going to type in a sentence in here. Okay, now we're going to start to merge some cells. So we're actually setting up a ranking system of a scale 1 to 4. 1 being the poorest and 4 is incredible. So this will be our scaling here. So we need to split this so you have 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So if you click in this cell here, you can choose Table Tools Layout, Split Cells, and it should be 2, and that's good. Okay. And then in the down arrow, you can use your repeat key or down arrow F4. And then if you do it for this one, you select all of them at one time, then choose Split Cells. It should be 2 and OK. So this will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can center those. And then we're going to combine the meals with the first cell in this one. So select both of them and merge cells. And do the same thing for accommodations. You can use your F4. And tour guide and educational interest. Oops, not that. F4. And then what we'll do is we'll combine, oops, I didn't, there we go, backwards, merge. We'll select all 4 of these and choose right align, center, right align. So they're all on the right side. And we'll combine this one also. I forgot to merge the top one. Merge. And then in this one right here, additional comments, we're going to split the cells also with the 2, OK. And also down here, split cells, OK. And what we'll do is we'll combine these 2, merge cells, and the same thing for picture, favorite picture. Because we split the cells here, now we can move this one and adjust it, and it doesn't affect the other cells. And we'll merge these 3 and the ones below it. All right, now we're ready to start with our developing tabs. So make sure your developer tab is on your ribbon. If it isn't, choose File, Options, and Customize Ribbon. Make sure it's checked off. So the first thing we're going to do is click your developer tab, make sure design mode is on, and then we'll choose the very first one, which is rich content control, and then select the contents in between the tags. And it's up to you if you want to change the fonts so it stands out, make it a little bit larger, put it in bold, maybe change the color so it stands out in the file. It's up to you. And then for tour date, go back to developer and you'll choose the date picker control. And then again, we'll type a different phrase here. And then we will go to properties and we'll call it date. And the date that I want it to be, instead of the numbers, I want it spelled out, and then OK. And then for tour guide, we're going to have a drop-down list of tour guide names. So in there, back to the developer tab, and you're going to choose drop-down list, and then go to properties, and this will be tour guide. And then we're going to add some information, and you can click add each time, okay, add, okay, and I'll show you the list of names. So I have a list of 5 tour guides: Samantha Brown, Dorothy Gale, Alice Jones, Peter Rollins, and Robin Leach. And then I want to have them in alphabetic order. So I'm going to move Robin Leach up so it's in alphabetic order. And then click OK. And if you want, instead of choose an item, you can type in choose a guide. And then we'll go to tour name and do the same thing, a drop-down list and properties. And this is tour name. And then we'll fill those in under add. Again, I like to have things in alphabetic order, so I'm going to move Chicago up so that they're in alphabetic order, and then click OK. And then I'll select choose a tour name. And then we're going to go into meals, and we want a checkbox. So I'm going to click the checkbox. And then in properties, it'll be the traditional check mark that's there. But if you want to go into change, and the last one we did was that code 251, which is that italicized X, you can use that. And then OK. And then if you click these 3 dots, it selects everything, and you can Control C for copy, and then paste them in all of the options so that people have the choices of 1 through 4. And then for additional comments, click in there, and you're going to choose that legacy tools, and you'll choose text form field, and then double click it to open up the dialog box. And you can choose uppercase, so it's all in uppercase, and we'll add in help text. And I'll type that phrase. So go ahead and type your phrase, type your own work there, and then OK, and OK. And in the last one will be a picture, so you'll add a picture content control. And that's it. We're not going to have multiple pictures, just one is fine. So now we'll turn our design mode off. And then we'll click to select the entire table, and we want to change the row height of each one, so it's a little bit larger. 0.5 seems to work nicely. And then for the sections with the check marks, I'm going to select all of them and put them in the center. And if you notice, when we were in developer design mode, I changed that to green. If you wanted to change colors of all the others, you could, but that's fine. And then what happens is the person would type their name in here, and you have your tour guide selections, your date, your tour name selections, and then as you select the markers, you get the symbol. So we're ready to, so that this doesn't get, we can do the other thing what we did before. Design, and if you want to choose a page color in the background. And then if you want the table to stand out, they used home, and then you can use a fill color, maybe gray, something else, whatever you'd like. And then if you don't want the borders on the outside edge, you could unclick it, and it'll take the border off the outside edge. If you want to add anything else, maybe a page border, you're welcome to do that. And to save this or protect it, go to Developer tab, choose Restrict Editing, and then select Allow that it's only for filling in a form, and then go ahead and start the protection. And this one was called Tour, and then Tour again. So it's restricted, and that's a save and submit. Thank you.